to our wellness community. Hello, hello. It is 5 p.m. Sydney time, New South Wales in Australia. We have just gone live. This is Trish here from Pathway to Peace Soul Train. And we will just have a look to ensure technology is working. And we'll just wait for the live to reach a few people. And then we'll do the usual hear and see checks to make sure it's all happening. If you are coming online, pop a hello in the comments for me, if you would. Let's just see if it's all working. Just check out what's happening. Okie dokie, let's see. I've just popped in, inviting you to say hello to me in the comments. And we'll see what's going on. Let's have a look. I'm just checking my phone as well, just in case there's any problems. I just want to see what's going on. Have my volume turned down. Let's go into the community and let's see what's happening. Okie dokie. All right, I've got the phone going. Keep my eye on everything. And if we have any troubles along the way, we can counteract them. So hello everybody. Well, I'm just going to wait a moment, get a few people on board. Say hello to me if you're there. Get on board the Soul Train. Hello, hello. Let's welcome each other. Hopefully this is going through to a few people. Sorry, I have something on my glasses, can't get it off. I'll just clean those while I'm waiting. If you are online, let me know that you can hear me and see me. Would be fantastic, please. I have my mic on and I always like to double check that my mic is working. So if you are there, say hello and just say, hi Trish, I can hear you and I can see you. I'll just get a few more people on board. See what's happening in the world. Hello, hello. Alrighty, just give it a few more minutes before we get in and see if anybody comes on live. Hopefully this is getting through. I do have my phone going, so I'll look to see that everything's okay there, just in case. Oops. Might have to go out and come back in again, not too sure. I think it's all working. I can see myself on site on my phone, so that's a good thing. It tells me that technology is working. So if you are on here, have a look. let me know that you're on here. I'm not sure if I'm seeing, I think I can see more people on board on here on my phone than I can on here for some reason. So let's see what's happening. All right, okay. I think I've got a few people on there now, not too sure. So as I say, if you are here for some reason, sorry, if you are on board, let me know that you're on here and I'll get started in a moment. Let me just turn that down. See what's happening. I think I've got not many people on here, but there are a couple of people on here I can see. So if you are, please write in the comment and say hello so that I know you are there, because I'm actually not seeing anything, so I'm not too sure what is going on. Alrighty, okay. All right, well, I might get started in the hope that a few people come on, that we can see the comments and that we are reaching the community. And if we're not reaching the community in this moment, that's okie dokie. It's not a problem. We will just move along nicely and we'll see what's happening. All right, okay, well, I think I've got 4 people on board now, but I can't sort of see. So if you are commenting or you are watching, as I say, please pop something into the comments so that I know that you're there, because I'm not seeing anything. So please let me know. Alrighty, my name is Trish and I am the founder of Pathway to Peace Healing Centre. And here we are again in our wellness community. Beautiful place to be, with all the beautiful souls that come here to join me and many of the other people that come on here to nurture you and share their wisdom, do readings to help you in your life so that you can move along in grace and with more knowledge than perhaps you had prior to them giving you messages, sharing their tools of their energy healings that they have to offer you. So thank you for being here with me and for everybody else who comes in to this community. We all appreciate each other and we appreciate everyone who joins us as well. Okay, so as I say, I'm not seeing what's going on, so I'm just going to chat for a while and we'll see what happens because I can't see any comments. So we'll just move along and we'll see what happens. I think I've got about half a dozen people watching, but no one's commenting. So as I've said a few times now, if you are watching, please say hello in the comments so that I do know that you are there. Okay, alrighty, so I'll just have a bit of a chat and we'll just see what happens and we'll just go along from there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little symbols and I'm actually going to just clear the energy space for us before we start. So for those who are watching, or if you watch the replay, just sit quietly where you are, just be comfortable for a few seconds. And I'm just going to clear the energy so that we can all sit in peace and joy and contentment in the knowledge of knowing that all is well. So just close your eyes, breathing in and out. And allow the vibration to go through your body and your soul. And again, allowing the vibration to go through you. And again. And just allow the vibrations to sit within you. Okay, well, a couple of things that just came to me as I was coming on, as I was getting onto the live here. A couple of questions came that Spirit has guided me to ask. So the first question that I wrote down for you to consider whilst you're on the soul train here this early evening with me is, what are you projecting into your community? What are you projecting into your community? And the other question that followed that is, what is it you think you need in order to move through the present moment to the next? What is it you think you need in order to move through the present moment to the next? Okay, so we'll just go back to the first question. And for those of you who are on here watching with me, please write in the comments any response that you have that you'd like to express to the questions, and we can have a chat about that in this session. And again, if you're watching the replay, still, feel free to comment or contact me with any, any points that you might like to take further or discuss with me in relation to the question that comes for you. So the first question was, what are you projecting into your own community? Now, the other question that comes with that question is, what and who is your community? Now, you can look at that word and you can feel into that word community, and the immediate thought that you would have being community is outside of your surrounds of your home, where you live, where you reside. Automatically, the word community takes us out into the streets, into our suburbs, into our places of environment, like, the shops, the banks, the newsagents, the grocery shop, community centres and plazas and things like that. And that's where we find community, and community being a group of people who are moving around and interacting with each other. But community can also be your immediate family and your immediate friends who you are closely associated to, beg my pardon, and who you talk to on a regular basis, you socialise with on a regular basis, and so forth. So just go with the flow of what that word community means to you and where it takes you to. The questions that Spirit brings, you can always take them to a different level. And what I mean by that is, you go to the level that that question has taken you to. Don't go to the level of the expectation that you feel you should go to. As I was saying, community immediately takes us to out in the shops, or, wherever, in the plaza, the shopping centres, the news agencies, the banks, and so forth. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Your community can mean the people that you are living with. You may be sharing a house with a whole group of people. That could be your community, your family, your husband, your partners, boyfriends, children, grandchildren, and so on. So I'd just like you to go into the level of where that question takes you, okay? So don't necessarily think we're talking about a crowd of 50 people, because it doesn't necessarily mean so. And the reason I think this question has come up is because of, a lot of the environment that people are living in, and times are hard and energy is all over the place, and it's difficult for some. And for some people that I have spoken to, and clients and so forth, they are actually using this as a time to be with themselves, to review, to recoup their mind, body and soul, to find where they resonate in their spiritual and emotional beings and so forth. So this question has just come up simply for you to evaluate where you're at and see what you are bringing to the table, and have a look at what that is that you're bringing to the table, and seeing and feeling into it whether you are actually in a place of peace and contentment in taking whatever that is you're looking at to the table. Is it doing any justice for you personally? not necessarily justice for those that you're taking it to, because that is important too, but what we're looking at is, what is the justice out of that for you? Is it good for you? Are you honoring your true self? Are you really on the soul train? Are you really being where you should be, saying the words that are resonating with you, or are you just going through motions just for the sake of going through motions, for the sake of saying words, for the sake of doing actions? So that's what this question is all about. So with that question, I'm going to say to you, just do it as a bit of a homework, journal it, really get into it. We've got a retrograde going on with Mercury and so forth at the moment, so it's got a few, quite a few people, a bit all over the shop with where their mind is at. It's foggy, decisions are hard, things are just a little bit difficult with the energies that are going on. So just have a look at that and take yourself, into a space where you can really delve into that and be honest with yourself about what this means to you, and have a look. And if you're not projecting into your own community, yourself and those who are immediately around you, in a way that is fruitful for you, is beneficial for you, brings you joy, brings you happiness, makes you laugh, makes you want to be with these people again, but also makes you want to just be with yourself. Have a look at that, evaluate and journal it. This is what I'm being guided to give you tonight. And the other one is, what is it you think you need in order to move through the present moment to the next? So if you're doing things by rota, is what they're saying, is you need to review that as well, because if you're in the mode of doing things by rota, you're actually not being true to yourself, because you're just getting up in the mornings and you're just going through things, you're just going through your schedule, you're doing things on a moment to moment, second to second basis, but you're not actually putting any work into it. You're not actually putting any true thought and feeling into it. You're just doing. And we all know what that feels like. And we all have had moments, and we're all having moments, and we'll all continue to have moments where we will go by rota. But what Spirit is imploring you to do is to go into your soul and be with the soul and have a look and say to yourself and listen to the response. Am I going by rota and I'm not really taking anything on a day-to-day basis to a height that makes me really want to relive that again tomorrow? So I'm getting bored with rota. You become bored. So your passion is waning. Your love for life is waning. So this is what you also need to be looking at the moment. So they're talking about people are just doing things. They're just getting up. They're just doing them. They're not thinking about them. They're not putting in the presence that you need to put. So if you're not present, you're not going to enjoy. And this again tallies up with the question that I just placed before that, about what you're projecting into your community, to yourself and your immediate community. And that again is, if you're just doing all that by rota, if you're just being there, you're not getting the joy of sitting around that table or talking to that person on the phone or whatever the case may be. I know a lot of us are just by Zoom and by phone these days at the moment, because people still aren't able to socialize. We understand that. Spirit knows that. But what Spirit is guiding you to do is to get into that soul, get on the soul train, get in the carriage that you're comfy and cozy with, sit in your comfy seat in your train, sit down, breathe and relax, and go into these two questions that they've given you and really look at them, really delve deep, really listen, but journal about them as well. Just don't go, that's the question, there's the answer, move on and do the same thing again, because you're not going to get that joy that you're looking for. You're not going to be able to move from this present moment to the next, because you'll just stay in this present moment. You will, now having said that, you won't stay in that second. You'll go to the next second, the next, the next, the next, and next. But what they're saying about staying in the present second is exactly where you're staying if you just choose to not evaluate it, to not look at it, to not reach into it, to not delve deep into there, to not listen to your soul, to the messages, to break this rota life that you've created. You won't go to the next second how you would love to be in. You'll just be the same. So hence every second of the day will feel just like the second before it. And that's what we're talking about, from going from the present to the next moment. So I hope you can understand that. And these are the questions and the messages and the information that are coming from Spirit for our soul train tonight. And it's something that's really important. You know, when I thought about the questions when I wrote them down, and I thought, why are they asking these? You know, what is the background of the questions? What is the messages? And the messages are fairly clear when you first ask them, but when you delve into them and you actually act on them and you work with them, they become very clear. You get that clarity that you're looking for, and you can get yourself out of that rota mode, because being in the rota mode is not a very beneficial place to be, because you're not evolving, you're not growing, you're just doing the same thing. It's like eating potatoes every night for tea and nothing else. Like, it's just mundane. You know what time to put the potato on to cook. You'll know what plate you're going to put it on. You know you're going to have it with a gravy or a sauce or without, with salt, with pepper, whatever. You've got it all worked out, and you probably eat it the same way every single night. And then at the end of the week or 2 weeks or whatever, it's like, hey, I haven't progressed here because I'm still eating the same potato. It's the same menu, the same thing at the same time. I cook it the same, I prepare it the same, I eat it the same. I'm not excited at the beginning, and I'm not excited when I'm finished. So this is just a really simple example of going by rota, because sometimes we have to put it simply to be able to understand it. And Spirit really wants you to understand what this means, because there's so much that we need to be learning at the moment, and this is our opportunities. This is our time where we can delve deep into our soul and listen, and we can get that information, and we can become that empowered warrior person. And the reason I say person and not woman is because, you know, men and women need to be doing this. It's not just women alone. Men need to become that warrior person as well. And they need to delve into these same questions. So that's why I say the word warrior person, because I want everybody to feel their way here. I want everybody to feel comfortable here. I want everybody to understand that everyone can connect. Everyone can delve in, whether it be man or woman. It doesn't really matter. We want everybody to be on the same playing field. So when they're talking about warrior person, it's all of us. It's each and every one of us. No matter, you know, where you are, who you are, it just doesn't matter. They want all of us to come out of rota. You know, women do get very much more in rota mode than men sometimes, because, you know, not so much now perhaps, but, you know, they're women with working with families, responsibilities and so forth, they get into this planning mode they get into a system and a schedule to keep things going, because they have so much to do, so much to think about, so many responsibilities. And then perhaps their partner, their man, for those who have husbands, boyfriends and so forth, de factos, whatever, that you live with, sometimes all their responsibility is to get up and go to work, come home, eat, get up, go to work. You know what I'm saying? Some women take the whole role and the men just take that role. A lot of men are very much involved, and, you know, we've got that system going, but we're still in a system. So it doesn't matter if you're doing it singly, alone, as a couple, as a group, there's always that rota. So then we start to move in, are we all in that? Are we all playing that schedule? You know, have I got my children? Have I got my partner doing this? Are we not all bringing something to our community? So you see how we can evolve this if we stop and we listen and we look and we watch. You know, we can just keep expanding this. So that's why I say get on the soul train, get on in that favourite carriage and sit in that favourite seat and use this time. So you're going to be using your third eye, your vision, to be doing this, okay? And get in there and really think about these two questions that have been asked by Spirit here tonight, because it is very important. So I think what I might do now is, because I'm not too sure how many people I'm getting to, I can see Belinda Capitanarcos on here. I hope I've said that correctly, or as close as possibly can, Belinda. There are a few people, I think they're just watching, but they're not actually commenting. So because I can't see them on here, I don't know what's happening tonight. So Belinda, I can see you. So Belinda, I'm going to pull some cards for you, my love. And then when we've done that, we'll see if we can see anybody else. And we'll just take it from there. So Belinda, type in the comments if you're still there, my love. And if you are, I will pull some cards for you. And we'll see what comes in line for you with what has just been chatted about on the Soul Train here tonight. So Belinda, if you're there, just say still here in the comments and I will pull you a couple of cards. If you're not there, that's okay. I'm still going to pull some cards and I'll just read them as a communal reading. So it all works out in the end for everybody. So I'm not seeing anything. So I'm wondering perhaps if there is a problem with technology tonight. Let me have a look on my phone. I'll just double check what's going on, because I can't see anything there either. Okay, let's have a look. All comments is on. Okay, don't know. All right, Belinda, I'm not sure if you're there, my love, because you're not commenting. So what I'll do, and if you are, I can't see your comment. I do apologise. Deborah Anderson is watching. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, have you been watching me in the background, my love, and not saying? You've been tricking me. Hey? I think Deborah's been tricking. How are you, Deborah? Are you well? Okay. Alrighty. Belinda's not commenting, so I'm not too sure if you're there or not, Belinda. I really don't know. Technology's not playing fair tonight, are they? No, they're not. Deborah, guilty. Been watching and not saying. Oh, you're a cheeky girl. You're a cheeky girl. After all my pleading of saying make a comment so I know you're there. Oh, you were making me suffer, were you? It's okay. Lucky I like talking, isn't it? Lucky I like talking and sharing no matter whether I can see people or not. I hope you're well, Deborah. Okay, so Belinda, as I say, I said a few times, I don't know if you're there. I'm just giving you the opportunity to come in. I don't know. All right, so Belinda, I'll pull you a couple of, beg my pardon, Deborah. I'll pull a couple of cards for you because Belinda's not commenting. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, Deborah. So see what happens when you come on board and let me know you're there. You get cards. Cool. So Deborah, so you know, I've pulled out 3 cards for you and I have pulled them from my healing deck for you tonight. So let's see what the 3 cards are. The first one is study, the second one is serenity, and the last one is forgiveness. So study, okay? So you've got something coming up, Deborah, that you're thinking about, you want to do, you're looking at to do. You haven't quite decided. You're sitting there in the clouds, if you can see it, and you have a rainbow, and you have, whilst you're sitting there, your eyes are closed and you're contemplating, and you've got like a angel wings here as well. So this tells me that you're being nurtured, you're being cared for, you're being looked after from the heavenly realms as well. But the cards also, hello Casey, how are you, my love? I'll be seeing you later on tonight for the Connecting with Spirit workshop you're doing with me. So as I was saying, Deborah, this card is showing up with a few messages there. You're sitting in the clouds, so you're being softly nurtured and secured with care, with love, with the nurturing that you need. And you've got the little angel wings popping up the top there. You have a rainbow. Now that rainbow is coming through to tell you that life is full of love and life for you. Sorry, I'm covering my face there. I do apologize. Okay. But also this study is there's things you want to do and things that you're contemplating about doing. And when you make the decision, that rainbow will become more vibrant in your life. Okay. So you have to actually start making, decisions, Deborah. Okay, rather than procrastinate is what they're saying. So the second card that you've got is Serenity. Now, if you can see that, it's a beautiful card. It's full of beautiful flowers. You've got angel wings on there. You're looking down, you're touching the beautiful flowers, and you're actually feeling the healing that those flowers are giving you through your hands. And you've actually taken time. It's like that saying, take time to smell the roses. And even though they're not roses, they're like a, I can't think what they're called, almost like a chrysanthemum type flower, of the chrysanthemum family they look like. Hello Anne from Phillip Island, how are you? So yeah, you're smelling the roses there. Allow that healing to come through. And it goes along with this card here when you've made the decisions, that first card. Okay, once you've made the decisions, this is where this serenity comes, because it's talking about the peace of mind. Okay, and the third card is forgiveness. Okay, and that comes to once you make decisions, okay, not just about the study, but decisions about your loving and your nurturing and knowing that you are cared for and you are being held in love, and that rainbow there will really expand and grow for you. And once you realize that and you're willing to step into it and accept it, the serenity comes, and you stop and you smell the roses, you receive the healing, and the peace and the contentment starts to come. And that's where the forgiveness arrives. Okay, a lot of forgiveness to be done, a lot of forgiveness. Okay, pretty serene sitting there, but you do have the forgiveness, and it is going to come. There's a lot to be done, but you are going to succeed at doing it. All right, so I'm going to leave that there for you, my love. Okay, all righty. Now let's see. Pop those cards back in. So again, with the questions that I mentioned earlier on in the show, that would go along with those as well. Okay, they all go together really. Okay, so Casey, I'll pull a card for you, my love. Belinda still hasn't come back on to let me know if she's still watching or not, if she's still there. So unless she pops on, I won't pull a card, because you're welcome, Deborah, because I don't know if you're there or not. So I'll pull cards for those who are here. So Casey, and then Anne Margaret Foldy, if you stay on board, I'll pull you a cards as well. And then once I've finished pulling cards, I'll tell you about a couple of workshops and different things that are happening as well. So Anne-Marie, your cards are just coming off the top of the deck, my love. 3 for you out of the same deck, the healing deck. All right, okay. So, soulmate. Anne-Marie Foldy, soulmate. Now, as you can see, we've got the little boy and girl, absolutely beautiful. Well, they look like little boy and girl, but it's hard to tell. Their angel wings on, absolutely beautiful card. Now, soulmate can mean so many things. It can mean you're going to come and meet, you know, your soulmate for life, or you may be going to unite with someone who is your soulmate, but not necessarily of an intimate type soulmate. And I actually think, Anne-Marie, that this soulmate is somebody who's already in your life. And it's saying that the light in the relationship is going to be rekindled, is the message coming with that card. Look at the beautiful, look at it. And the kiss is so tender. It's saying, you know, that it's saying that we are together, we do love each other, but we've had to get to this point to rekindle it. And that's what this card is saying, that's what comes. So I hope that makes sense for you. And the other card that comes with that is listening and freedom. Okay, so the listening is happening, and again we've got the man and woman in the card. I'll just try and get that where it's not reflecting. So you can see the man and woman. The man is standing peacefully, the woman is there with him, and it's just like everything has come together again. And then you get to the freedom. Okay, I'll just hold that like that because it's a bit hard to juggle them all over the shop tonight. I've been up since 5:15 this morning. I think I'm fading. So see how we've got the freedom? Everybody is free. The energy around you has been released. There's been some tension, and that tension has been released. Now, you know, this is not saying that everything is, you know, one big red rose with beautiful perfume all happening in your life. You know, there's still bumps there, but work is being done, and these are the results that are happening. And even if they're only happening slightly, we want you to appreciate what is actually happening there. Okay, remember that life is beautiful because you've done doing the listening, and the freedom has come with it. All right, Anne? Okay, so I'm going to leave that there with you. Was I reading for Anne or Casey there? Gosh, I got myself mixed up there, didn't I? Not to worry. Could have been for both of you, actually, because sometimes that does happen. We get a cross in the energies and a cross in the messages. So both Anne and Casey, let me know if that resonated with either of you. I do apologise, but I think there was a crossover in energy there, to be very honest. Alrighty. And Casey, I'll be talking to you later anyway. Okay, so, let me see. There's not too many comments coming up again. Oh, that's a shame. But anyway, we just keep going with what we can see, with who we can see. Thank you all for being here anyway, those who are. All right, before I go any further, I'm going to draw a couple of cards, you know, for the community to enjoy. But before I do that, just letting you know, I have popped it in the comments there when I put the live up. Okay, Casey, all right. Well, I'll pull a card for you in a second then, love. Sorry, I got a cross in energy there, I think. So I do apologise. And I'm in the local paper for our community food pantry. I'm allowing myself to be seen. Well done. So there you go. Excellent. Beautiful. Okay, so just before I pull any cards, and I will pull one for you, Casey, in the information that I put up there tonight for the live, I have a soul circle starting on the 27th of October. It's in the evening, starts at 7:30 p.m. It will go for 8 consecutive weeks. We come together as a group via Zoom, and each week we will work through discussion. We will do journaling. I will take you on an actual soul journey. It's not meditation, it's a soul journey where you'll go in and you'll sit with your soul and you'll ask questions to receive the messages and information that you'll want, and your soul will speak to you as well and let you know what your soul will speak to you as well. We'll work through different questions, and all the while what we'll be doing is empowering you to tell your story and tell your soul's truth. And we will do this together for 8 weeks. We will support each other, we'll have discussion, We will talk through. I will give you content each week. So all you'll need to do is make the commitment to be there. Have your pen and paper ready. Sit cozy and comfy. Be in your pajamas. Who cares? So long as you're able to be there in whatever fashion. It doesn't matter. So long as you're there with us is, the beautiful thing. So that starts on the 27th of October, 8 weeks, and it's only $197 for the 8 weeks. So it's pretty good investment there as well. So that starts 27th of October. So if you would like to do that, go to my website and you can do your booking and payment. And once that's done, I'll then be in contact with you to give you the Zoom link and so forth to join us on the first night. There'll be a couple of other workshop things coming up. I'm doing one tonight called Connecting with Spirit as well with some couple of ladies. So I'll be putting that up again for some more dates. I've also just put up on my business page, if you'd like to go in and join my community, I've put the link in there so you can come and join me in Pathway to Peace, my business page. And I've actually put an invitation up there this afternoon, inviting people to join me for a gathering next Wednesday night, the 21st of October at 7:30. And what that gathering is, it's just going to be all things, it will be chat, it will be talk, we'll be supporting each other. Pour yourself your glass of wine, bring your cheese and biscuits, make your cup of tea, whatever you like. And we're all it's an invitation to come together, spend some time, feel supported, talk about anything you feel you might need to talk about in this moment, and let's all just gnash it out together and love each other. So that's about. But you will need to send me a private message via my business page to register, okay? And when you register, you'll then receive the Zoom link to join that gathering next Wednesday night, and I'll be sending that Zoom link out next Tuesday once everybody has registered. And it's only open to 20 people, so I can keep it as intimate as I can. If people really enjoy that, I will be doing it again, and I'm probably going to do a daytime one as well. So have a look on my business page, that's up there as well. If anybody else wants to contact me here and have a free session with me, 15-minute session to have a chat and see what direction you might like to go. You might like to do one of my 28-day programs. You might want to organise a reading or a soul journey healing. So send me a private message and I'll set up a meeting time with you and we can chat about that as well. So Casey, I'll draw you a couple of cards now, my love, because I said I would, and then I'm going to draw a couple of cards for the community as a whole. Let me just check these comments that are coming through very slowly today, which is a shame. Not to worry. Okay, Casey, manifestation and music. Whew, nice. Manifestation. I know Casey's, sorry, I'm feeling the energy there. They said that you're feeling the work. I hope you can understand that, Casey. You're feeling the work. So there's things that you want to do and you want to grow your path and do your thing, okay? So you're feeling it. You're really feeling your way into it is what they're saying there. You, again, have got your angel wings on, and it's sort of like you're sharing the angel dust there, isn't it, in the universe, in the galaxy, okay? So you're sharing your motivation as well, but you're sharing what comes to you that you know needs to be shared with others. But they're also saying make sure you keep some for yourself, because this manifestation has to be about you. You need to allow other people to do their own manifestation. Now is your time to manifest everything that you desire, okay? Take the pathway that is not the one that branches everywhere and you just get little snippets because you're busy doing for everyone. Find that pathway that takes you on, straight ahead is what they're saying. I can actually see a tree and it's got all, different limbs. It's almost like your timeline tree. In soul coaching, we do a workshop on timeline, and they're showing me that tree that I use when I'm doing that. And it's showing all the branches, and it shows where you've written underneath where the trunk goes into Mother Earth that, and you've written that you do a lot of things for other people. you're manifesting, or you're helping them to manifest, you're helping them to grow. And then I see the roots coming up on one side, and they want those roots to be your growth, is what they're saying. Okay. And music, you need to have more music. So you need to have more dance in your life. Whatever that music is for you, it may not be music as such, but whatever your music is, which brings you fun and enjoyment and makes you feel good and happy. So it could be just reading a book in the sun for an hour, something you wouldn't normally do, something simple. It doesn't necessarily mean music itself, although listening to music and having a dance is a good thing. That's, one of the best things. It's very, 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 very healing. All right. So I'll leave that for you there, Casey. All right. So before I sign off, you can let me know how that feels for you, Casey, if you like. Would be good. So before I sign off, hi, Elle. I'm not doing those sorts of readings tonight, and I am just about finished. I'm sorry, because I won't have time to do any more readings. I'm now going to pull a card for the collective on here tonight, for the community of beautiful souls who are on tonight's soul train with me. I'm going to pull some cards, or a card, a community card. So I'm pulling it from this affirmation deck that I have. And then I'm going to pull one more card from another affirmation deck that I have that I quite like. And usually these cards will come out and they Hey, how cool is that, Casey? Great. And then I'm going to pull another card from another affirmation deck as well. So another little deck that I like. So the first affirmation card is called Spirit. And it says, Spirit is the energy of your soul. It is connected to and comes from the source of all love and light. Feel into the spirit inside of you. Trust that you are connected and divinely designed. Let go of the material world for a while and feel your soul's eternal and radiant presence. And that really goes along with the questions that Spirit delivered tonight earlier on, when we talked about what are you bringing to your community, to yourself being your community, to your table, to those you share your food and wine with, so to speak, and so on. And the other question where it talked about what do you think you need in order to move from the present moment to the next. So it's all about spirit as the energy of your soul. It is connected to and comes from the source of all love and light. Feel into the spirit inside of you, which is what we've been talking about tonight in everything that I've chatted about, that Spirit has wanted me to talk about tonight. Trust that you are connected and divinely designed. Let go of the material world. We talked about that, and to feel into your presence, your radiant presence. So that card really does resonate. And the other one is hope. There is no medicine like hope. No incentive so great and no tonic so powerful as the expectation of something better tomorrow. And that is very true, because if you think back to that question about what do you need to do in the present moment to get to the next one, this really sums that up too, because remember I gave you a bit of a description about going, not a description, well I did, I gave you an example, but I talked about doing things by rota. When you do things by rota, you feel like you're stuck, so you feel like you're staying in the same moment. You are actually going into the next moment, but it doesn't feel like that. And this is what this is saying. Something better can come tomorrow. If you go in, be present, view it, know it, acknowledge it, and do something about it. So that card really sums that up as well. Okay. So I hope you've all enjoyed the session tonight, those who have joined me. And those who watch it on replay, I hope that what Spirit has delivered tonight resonates with you, that it nurtures you, and that it helps you. So if anybody has any questions about anything that's been talked about tonight, please let me know. Please contact me. I am more than happy to hear from you. Don't forget the free 15-20 minute session you can have with me if you'd like to come on board and do a program, have a reading, or go on a soul journey and really delve deep into your soul so that you can bring your soul's truth up and start to tell your story. And the other thing is, please come on board and join the Soul Circle, because it will be a wonderful 8 weeks where you can evolve and expand to a space that perhaps you thought you could never reach before. It's all part of your soul's growth. I look forward to seeing you all. I look forward to hearing from you all. Have a great evening wherever you may are. If you are somebody who has just woken up and you're going into your day, have a great day. For those who are going into the evening, have a wonderful evening and a beautiful sleep. And I will see you all again on here next week in our wellness community. So thank you again and God bless. Bye-bye for now.